So by the end of February, if I could work both jobs, I would be making $1,760 at Frito-Lay a month, and so I would be making what, 2, 4, 6, 8, $1,100 and something dollars at the second job that I have, that I'm working 40 hours a week at now, that just started. So I'll have the rent money next Friday. I'll have that and then some, which is well before, but I'm not going to give it to her. I wouldn't give her a dime after what she's done. I've got her on video saying that she agreed that Jake and I could stay here in exchange for housework for the month of January, and then I wouldn't have to pay any rent to her until February 5th. I also have a text message from her, which I posted to Facebook, in which I informed her that I just got hired at the gas station, and she replied to me, that will pay your rent and give you and your son a place to live. Instead of renting 2 rooms, you'll just rent 1 now. And she's saying she didn't ever make that agreement. Then why is she saying that in a text message? And that's enough reasonable doubt for a judge to dismiss her claim for an eviction, which I doubt she's informed the clerk of court of. But I can also show that evidence to a judge and print it out off the internet. I audio record 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. My 24/7 recordings I do not upload to the internet. I keep those safely tucked away, but my other audio recordings that I do and video recordings I do upload to the internet for public viewing, and anybody can find under my name. So there's plenty of evidence to prove that everything I'm saying to do and that these informants are in fact falsifying a case for a jackass with a badge that is hell-bent on getting custody of my son, that has never spent a dime on me or my kid, and has never had anything to do with this, who is contacting people that I am acquainted with or move in to rent from, or my neighbors and all this kind of stuff. I've never had any contact with anybody on this street except for Darlene. I don't know any of the neighbors except for this woman, Vicky, that's come down here twice. She's a prostitute. She's had 4 different men father 4 different children. So, oh, you're crying. I hear you, Ellie. Come on. You want to go outside because they didn't let you out again today. Come on, girl. You can go pee. Go pee, Ellie. Go pee. Go. Here. All right. Come on. All right. You want to go pee, Ellie? There you go. She's sitting there whining because she wants to go outside. She's going in and left and didn't let her out. And they did. They waited in their room for an hour and let that radio play. 60 minutes passed. And then they just jumped up and ran out the front door and met somebody outside. That's what it sounded like. And took off. They did the same thing yesterday. Jake and I were here alone yesterday until Jake just started to leave our bedroom. And the minute that he did, he touched our doorknob to open it. Charles was standing in the hallway in front of Darlene's bedroom door. And the second Jacob turned the doorknob in our door, Charles opened Darlene's door. He's matching our movements, which is a characteristic of people that are being surveilled. It's falsifying audio monitoring. And if I was doing anything to warrant any type of surveillance, there would be a probable cause established, and that would be taken to a judge who would issue a Title III consensual monitoring search warrant, or another warrant to search for something for a period of time, my words and all that kind of stuff, to listen to somebody's words for the purpose of documenting the things that they say and do every day in their home, let alone their bedroom, is a search. That is a search and a half. That is a search if there ever was one. There was a man who put a camera in the bedroom of his next-door neighbor, a woman, and she found it, and she pressed charges against him. He got 50 years The judge said he had electronically raped her. And that's what's happening to me and Jake right now. Jake and I don't ever go into Darlene and Charles' bedroom. They don't have anything to do with me and Jake. So I'm guessing the radio that he played so loudly and obtrusively was meant to match exactly when I wake up, and he knew that I had just woken up, which he could only know. He's done that, and the pattern has reappeared here as well, just like it did on East Boulevard Street, the same game Roland played. It's all about audio monitoring. And I've been told by one snitch that snitches couldn't videotape me and Jake, but that audio recording was okay. No, it's not. It's a search and seizure. You do have to have my permission, unless I'm engaged in criminal activity. And even then, the only thing you could use it for would be to establish probable cause. For a real detective to go to a judge with your affidavit and your evidence and say, here's my probable cause, I need a real search warrant, at which time a judge would issue a search warrant for both audio and video surveillance. So this is a bunch of dumb fucks that's sucking the dick to some jackass with a badge, pretending that they have a good reason to be doing this and that it's all legal. It's not. Even if I consented to it, you still have to follow Department of Justice consensual monitoring guidelines, and you can only monitor somebody for up to 90 days with one of those warrants, and that has to be for particular crimes, not just in case you think they might rape a child or because you think that they have done something or might do it. You know, a plane might fall in the air tomorrow and land on the Shreveport Police Department and kill every cop there. You know, that doesn't mean that we're going to ground all the planes, right? So this is a completely falsified case, and I am not crazy. I'm very capable of speaking for myself. I have never given anyone permission to participate or testify in any investigation or matter involving me and my son. Never. I've never been asked for that consent. I've never given anybody any reason whatsoever to believe that they had a reason to assume I consented to their participation or to being audio monitored. This is voyeurism is what it is. It's spying on me and my son. And I've gone to the police station several times. I've called the police and reported all this, the surveillance that's being done, and they refuse to allow me to file trespassing charges. It's because their snitches are the ones doing it. And they know it, and they're protecting them. And that's it. And it's the same game. And, I mean, as you can call me crazy all you want to, I got text messages from snitches saying they were surveilling me and Jake in our home. So, you know, give me a break, really. This is the rape of a child. You don't need to surveil a child. Anybody that surveils a child is a pedophile. And right now what they're doing is surveilling Darlene's room and claiming that that's me and Jake. And so Darlene and Charles are falsifying evidence in Darlene's bedroom and claiming that it's Jake and me. And it's not. I'm not a pedophile. I've never raped a child. I have no sexual interest in children. I'm 44 years old. And, you know, if that was true and you actually really believe that that was true about me, you're going to sit back and videotape it or audio tape it and document it. There was a girl who walked up on a guy that was raping a child. She pulled out her cell phone camera and videotaped it and hit herself. The guy was arrested for it. 2 days later, she went to the police station and told them she'd videotaped it. They arrested her as an accessory. I heard a cop say somewhere, if you're going to videotape something like that happening, you better be dialing 911 while you're doing it. If it was me, I'd have been beating the shit out of the guy. All right? That's how it is. That's the real world. Double O dumb fuck games don't scare me. All I see is a jackass with a badge that doesn't want to work for a living, that likes to use people and falsify a case to say that all this stuff is true. Why? Because you documenting it because you say it is? I'm posting videos and have been for months now that prove what I'm saying is true. And people like Darlene say, oh, I don't care. Really? How do you know who's downloading those videos? Because I do get people that view them. I've had several thousand, or at least, you know, a whole bunch of views. Somebody could be downloading those videos. Yes, you can download videos off of YouTube. And whoever it is, I don't care if you shoot me in the head tomorrow, somebody's going to have those videos. That's the reason I'm doing it. Because this is dangerous. It is, and it is deadly. These snitches will do anything to stay out of jail. And usually they are given get-out-of-jail-free cards so they don't go to jail to do shit like this to innocent people like me and my son. I've never done drugs a day in my life. The last time I had an alcoholic beverage was in June or July of 2014 at my ex-boyfriend's house. I have never